Good evening, everyone. So today we're going to be going over my Manpack setup. So we're just going to go over the basics of it, and I guess I'll show you. So let's get to it. All right. Here she is. The base of the operations outside of the armor lock cage is the high ground gear PRC 115 Golf, I believe. It's the sleeve for that. So for dimension wise, so we have about 1.5 inches from the top of the bag to the top of the radio. The entire thing, obviously, in height wise, about 13 inches with the entire kit, and I'd say about 8 inches from front to back, and from side to side. We'll measure from up here. About 7 inches with the bag, with the radio pouch in there, maybe 10 inches. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off from top to bottom. So starting from the top, you got your control head. Alright, and there happens to be these notches in the armor lock cage here that perfectly allow this to kind of, you can loop it around a little bit and it just sits right in there when it's clipped in. It's nice and protected. Basically had a few weeks to test this, and when I was out having here, this kind of kept the snow a little bit from going in the screen, getting wedged in there. A little bit for dust, I guess, too. Oh, and fun fact, this is bungee, so you can cinch that down and it'll kind of just be elastic on there. So also you do have a carry handle that is ran right into the bag. It's pretty solid. You can grab, lift the whole thing. Not really gonna have issues there. Obviously we can pop off here, and you can lift this up and see that obviously you got your BNC relocation kit with the armor lock kit. And then you've got your radio. So radio, I can just reach in here and I can power it on just like you normally would. Use the FT891 as such. So as you can kind of see, kind of purpose driven. There's supposed to be combo ports here and here on the PRC 115 Golf. Obviously my radio doesn't have that, so using it on this side to run the power cable into a hole that I used a soldering iron to burn a hole into the edge there, and then just ran the power directly into here, so that way I can power it and it can be closed up and sealed. Basically you've got all this molly webbing here. I could add more. Here I do have a little pouch on the side. I believe this is it is a tactical tailor pouch. It really works great. It's adjustable. I've loved using them. I used to have one back in the day and I lost it, and it took me about a year to remember what the brand name was. I can fit HT into Yaesu FT1 Delta, fits perfect in there. And now I can just have some VHF stuff, but when I'm not using that for that purpose, whenever I'm not using the mic, I'll usually just kind of pop that in there, and to be honest, it just kind of chills there most of the time. Just something easy to grab. Or I'll just set it right on top of here, as you've seen some of the pictures. Sits perfectly right here. Flipping around back, we've got, with the high ground gear pouch, you do have a zipper that goes all the way around the bottom. And from there, you can see the bottom access ports of the radio. You got your power plug and your coax back here. I don't have any digital stuff. I mostly just run single sideband, so don't really have anything there. But nonetheless, you can open this up for better airflow. That was a big problem that I had with my old pack. And opening this up really does not inhibit any airflow at all. And then I added these D-rings in here, because you happen to have D-rings here. Now you can just clip that in like such, and she's good. Now you can kind of prop it up and it stands on its own. It airs out though, so that way you don't have too many overheating issues, hopefully. I haven't really tested this out in the summer yet. Most of what I've been doing is in the winter so far with this kit. So I've been really keeping this closed up for the most part during the winter, just to keep snow and everything out of here. But we can close that up there. Nonetheless, that's kind of the exterior of the bag. On the front here, I do have the 511 utility pouch. It's one of the bigger versions. I do not know the exact nomenclature of it, but it's just a molly webbing up on the front there, and it attaches. Now what do I keep in here, you may ask? Well, I'll show you. Just because I have nothing better to do in a couple days before Christmas. So, hey, fuck it. Alright, so opening up, you can kind of peel it away here. You can see everything inside for the most part. We've got our coax, I want to say 20 feet of RG8X. So that just kind of tags along, BNC connectors obviously. In here, I do got the coffee and ham radios and fed half wave. I've been using this a lot lately. Just throwing it up in trees, doing whatever. Just get it up in the air and get it out. Honestly, something's better than nothing, and I haven't really even tuned this to the best of my ability. It was just kind of slapped together in a hurry before I came over here to Germany, and to be honest, it's making contacts around the world still. So, again, it's not that deep. It's a hobby. Don't take life so seriously. So coming in, you can see kind of where I've shrink wrapped the actual cable. The cable I could find was just the German equivalent of Home Depot, which I believe is called Baumhaus.
Baumhaus. Baumhaus. Baumhaus.
Baumhaus. So I was over at Baumhaus in Germany here, which is legit. It's the same look of Home Depot, trust me. So all intents and purposes, German Home Depot, and this was the only wire that I could actually find to try and route this a little bit cleaner and route it through the bag. So it's just some, I don't even know what kind of wire, but it works. It was 2.5 millimeter. I don't know what the hell that translates to in gauge. So I've just ran some heat shrink around it. Just got to protect this area kind of coming around here in this bend. And then it comes in here to Anderson Power Pole straight into the Bioinno LiFePo 4. So this is the 12 amp hour. Let's see what is the nomenclature. The Bravo Lima Foxtrot 1212 Alpha. So if you want to look that up, just try and copy this. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing, but this battery works. But it is 12 amp hours. It's great size. But Fitfo, you flew to Germany. How did you get it here? Why do you ask so many questions? Nonetheless, so you may ask also, but Fitfo, why do you not have fuses anywhere? Alright, so let's say it straight. Bioinno battery has, from what I'm tracking, overvoltage protection and overcurrent protection. If it gets above what it should be and what essentially would harm this radio, which these radios, to be honest, are pretty tough. They can take quite a variety of voltage range. But if the battery is getting above that, the BMS in here is automatically going to shut off anyway. So essentially that is your fuse. To be honest, this was the only fuse that I had available, and it's bulky as fuck, and it was sticking out of the bag, and on top of that, this lid is kind of breaking, so I don't really want to carry these around everywhere. The only downside I have found is with the high ground gear, so it's a really good fit. Like it definitely takes quite a bit. However, when you don't have this flap closed, so if you just have it open and let's say I try to pick up the radio by the handles up here, it will pretty much just start to come out. So I don't know, I might try and see what I can do. Now there is a bunch of holes and everything on here. Honestly, I don't really ever plan on taking it out of this. I might try and see what I can do as far as just maybe grabbing some of these holes and zip tying this to there and then over here, that to there. And that would totally stop whatever it is. So honestly, I might just go that route to fix that, but it is something to be noted. So honestly, it's a pretty simple setup. It's not too complex. I've got a battery, I've got a radio, got a little bit of coax, and I have an antenna. It all fits together. It's a very simple thing. Did it cost more than it probably should have? Yes. It's kind of expensive, I'll be honest with you there. I think it's like over $100 just for the bag, another 100 for the arm lock cage. Is it worth it? I don't know. But it does help protect your shit. So, in that case, yeah, I guess so. But, yeah, so this is just kind of my little desktop explanation of this. It's bound to change, I'm gonna be honest. I constantly don't really keep my gear the same, which is a horrible idea. You need to keep it the same, train with it the same. But nonetheless, I'm constantly evolving this whole kit. So I definitely may have gotten the idea from the tech prepper. He was a huge motivation for building this. I really love his purview that he has with his equipment. I do differ a little bit slightly. So I tend to operate with a full QRO radio. I don't like the idea of limiting yourself in power. While yes, you may be more efficient, and yes, this may take more power as I'm receiving. This radio takes about 1 amp on receive, which isn't awesome. But at the same note, having that 100 watts, I would rather need it and not have it. I can always turn it down, but to be honest, you know, I would rather have that power. Maybe that's an American thing of me. Who knows? But I want that capability. I don't really mess with QRP radios. To me, they're great to have fun with and learn how to be more efficient in your operations and how you transmit. At the end of the day, I want to have that power. I don't want to be driving smart cars. Great cars. I drive a Fiat 500. Great car. Very efficient. But to be honest, it does not have the capability in my truck, and I severely miss that truck in Germany when I need the power, or I need the room to haul stuff. So having a full 100-watt radio out in the field, yeah, it's kind of heavy, but to be honest, I think that outweighs the actual capabilities that it has. The kind of concept goal of this whole system is just something that, hey, I'm leaving, I can just grab it, I could toss it in the back of the car, toss it in the back of the truck. It's something all kind of self-sustained and just ready to go. Now, in the future, how would I upgrade this? If you got an 857 Delta, well, first of all, I'm jealous. I want one. Second of all, I really think that this would be a perfect setup with the Yaesu 857 Delta. The Yaesu 891, great, and I've heard the filtering's a lot better with this. But having VHF and just this type of purview of design, with being a ready to go, just grab it and run out the door type radio, I think having an all-band, all-mode radio would be pretty dope. But, you know, comment down below what you think on that one. I've been loving it so far. I've been getting out with it, trying to hike as much as I can in my limited time off here, and honestly, no regrets at all. I am looking to try and see what I can do about this front pouch, maybe change that up a little bit, optimize it just so it's not just everything jammed into there. But for now it worked. But yeah, if you have any questions, I'm going to try and include all the links to this below. If you have any more questions regarding the usage of it, I think it's been working great. But nonetheless, get everything tightened down, and you're good to go. So now I'm ready to take this wherever. Yeah, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And by the way, try and comment. It really helps with the YouTube algorithms. Trying to get these videos out to people that want to see them. I really like the concept idea of this, and let me know actually in the comments where you'd want to see me take this bag in Germany. I'm here for the next couple months, so if you have anywhere specific that you'd want to try and see me try and operate this radio, I'd love to know. And hey, give me good content to put up for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a great one.